version of, oh, there it goes. We got it. I think we got it. I think it's working. What a awkward and fun moment. We're going to give it a moment. Everybody kind of cross your fingers. Take a deep breath in. Oh, there it goes. We got it. We made it. Okay, I'm going to silence myself on YouTube. I hear myself talking back in the background. Let's come over. Let's find our Zoom screen. Where'd it go? Can't find it. Okay. Where's my Zoom window? Oh, there it is. I have to change my share. That's all it is. Boom. There we go. Okay, guys, let me know. Let me know if you can hear it. Let me know if you can see it. I think we're good. Give me a thumbs up if our little guy's on the screen. I think we are all here. I think we are all together. According to YouTube, we are now live. And so anyway, we're a few minutes late. It's okay. For those of you guys that end up finding this on YouTube, what are we doing here today? A lot of you guys have already seen the announcement. Our mission here today is a community energy clearing process. In the 20 minutes or so before we went live here today, what we did with our Patreon group, the Blue Flame Collective, is we were just talking through some of our intentions for healings, things that we are trying to create, things that we are trying to overcome, things that we are trying to heal in our lives, whether they be physical, whether they be non-physical, whether it be emotional, whether it even be for the entire world population as a whole, whoever it is, it does not matter. What we're essentially doing here today is really an individual energy clearing process that we're going to be going through as a group, everyone in their own little corner of the world. And really just a real honest attempt at creating clarity and presence and openness and the lack of inflammation and just all kinds of relief from the insanity of the modern world, which has been pretty crazy lately. And so anyway, I'm going to talk through a little bit about what we're going to be doing here today. And a lot of you guys have seen this slide. Maybe you haven't. I tend to reuse a lot of slides and the images that we create, but I want to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of just kind of the energy system that we're going to be working with here today. And I included this slide just to give you guys an idea of the primary system that we're working in. We are going to be doing a little bit of meridian work, but we're primarily working with the chakras in the body. And so I like to just, bring these out every once in a while to give you guys an idea of the generalized layout of what we call kind of the standardized chakra system within the body. A lot of people who are coming to learn about chakras or energy healing or just the non-physical energy body will have already heard of a lot of these places. Now, a lot of you guys have also heard that there is so much more going on within the human energy system than the chakra body. And the reality is, as you learn to work with these sort of gateways or these passage points in the body, you start to realize that just by placing your energy or your intention or your focus upon really any area of the human body, you can essentially create a chakra. An energy center of your own design. And so we have standardized ones that kind of exist and are installed within the human energy system. We have some that awaken, we have some that move. We have some that kind of deactivate and flow differently and change direction through our human life cycle. And one of the fun things is that part of our journey here as humans is that we all get to figure this out together. And so I always like to say this, there is really no one authority on this. Even though I work with chakras on an everyday basis, I think that we all know enough to know that we know next to nothing. And so I leave room for everyone else's individual understandings of these energy centers. But just wanted to give you guys just a quick visual depiction of what we're going to be working with here today. And pretty much everything you see on the screen, all those little colored orbs are places we're going to be going in your energy body. Some people perceive them as swirling colored energy centers within the self. Other people see them as kind of plumes of energy that kind of emit from the body. Some people see them or feel them entirely differently. And if you're like me, if you're one of those other people, you might not see anything. You might not perceive anything visually in the body. And that's a really good thing to mention, because not everyone out there is working visually with the chakra system. And when I say visually, it's not like you're looking at someone going, oh, I see moving energy. It's an internal sort of viewing that we experience with our third eye. And so wherever you sit on just the matter of chakras, on how they flow, on how they work, some people are out there, voting for the removal of the chakra system, which honestly, it is an option that you can go through. And I want to be really I guess, technically weird about that. For those that have quote unquote removed their chakras, you didn't really remove them. You just deactivated and kind of routed energy away from that kind of those systems that you have in the body. To remove the chakras from the energy body would be like you saying, hey, you know, I don't like how my heart's working anymore. I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to take it out. Oh, and I'm also going to take out the liver because I don't like that either. And oh, and I'm going to take out my intestines. Why? Because it was given to us by the matrix. You know, it was installed. You know, there's all kinds of ideas around that process. And while it is very possible to do a tremendous amount of work, amount of changes, rearrangements, realignments, movement, creation of chakras in the energy body, they are things that, as far as I can tell, every ensouled human being that comes into a physical body is going to have non-physical energy centers. And so this is just a quick depiction of those. And anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions before we go on. I also do want to let you know, I cannot see the YouTube chat. So I think a couple of our moderators are here. Well, we only have two, and I think they're both here. If either one of you guys feels like you want to kick over on YouTube and maybe put a little announcement that we actually can't see the chat on YouTube. So I have no idea what people are asking, but anyway, today's not so much about questions. It's more about energy clearance. So for those of you guys in the Patreon group, let us know if you have any questions on these. I appreciate your comments. Thank you, Geraldine. She says, love this image. So good. Thank you. Thank you. I used to be super into doing all these weird little graphics. And the crazy thing is I started doing it again lately as well. So we're going to have more class stuff showing up in the coming months. But anyway, we're going to go to the next slide. And let's talk about what are we doing. We're not going to waste too much time here today. We have a lot of intentions. We have a lot of things to heal. Today's really more about working with the energy body. And so I'm including this for everybody in the Patreon group. When you get the slides later on, you're also going to receive this. This is a little bit of an updated version of this list. I think I sent one out to you guys maybe 2 or 3 months ago. We did a similar thing. But these are essentially the phrases, or what I call capsule phrases, that we're going to be using today. We're not going to be using all of them, but one of the things I was also talking about in a recent live that I did, I think just a few days ago, is that I'm starting to get a lot more correspondence and emails and messaging from people. I guess that's how it is after you do this for a few years. People come back eventually, a few of them, and they're like, hey, I've been saying those weird things you told me. I've been using those mantras. And lo and behold, people are experiencing changes. They're experiencing healings, they're experiencing activations, they're experiencing, in some cases, things that they've tried to let go of or change or activate or heal in their body or their heart for years. And it has blown my mind. And so one of the things I want to do, and I'm also giving this out to everybody publicly, I guess if you're on YouTube, you can screenshot it if you want. But what we have here on the screen are essentially a form of spiritual technology that comes through the capsule, or the sending method is through your voice, through a vocal transmission. And so we use these in literally every energy clearing session that we do, but I want to kind of give them to the public at large and give them to you guys once again. So you're going to receive this as a slide later on, and let me know how it works. You can use any of these phrases. Some of them are well known, like you can look at the solar plexus right there, and everybody knows about the solar plexus kind of root tone, rung or rum with the M. There's lots of other ones. I always like to mention the crown chakra one, if anyone can find that on the screen. So over on the second column there, I love to mention the crown chakra one because the crown chakra capsule phrase is actually not one that was given to me. It was one that was shown to me, and it's actually Sanskrit. And I think what they're doing, or rather, I believe what it means is it's essentially singing to the crown chakra and causing it to open. And the reason why I'm mentioning the crown chakra capsule phrase is because if there is one of these that you would like to use and just notice and see what happens in your energy body, I would say the capsule phrase for the crown chakra is probably one of the most powerful. In fact, I would say if you use it with intention, it is nearly foolproof, in the sense that all you have to do is create the utterance or the vibration with an intention to open your crown chakra, and you will feel energy at the top of your head. You will experience a different flow of thoughts. You will experience, in many cases, epiphanies or inspiration or new ideas, or every now and then, let's be real, every now and then, you'll open that crown chakra so wide. Yes, you can get kind of manic and a little bit crazy. That is a dynamic that occurs with certain chakras or energy centers in the body. Sometimes they can be too open and too much energy passes through, kind of like a faucet in your bathroom or your kitchen, and that thing's just on full blast. And sometimes that can create problems. But anyway, not to keep going on and on about this stuff, but I want to make sure that everyone feels informed, that you guys have additional layers of tools and things you can use in your own healing and energy clearing processes. But anyway, this will be for everybody for later. And so thanks. Let's keep rolling. Geraldine says, I will keep my spleen. Totally. Yeah, a lot of spleen removals back in the day. I think they're still doing that. That is still a thing. But anyway, so we're going to move on to the next screen. For those of you guys that are ready, we're going to start softening up and kind of opening the energy body here and kind of honestly getting ready to receive. Some of you guys are going to be participating in the clearing with me here today. Some of you guys are just going to be receiving new energy. Some of you guys are going to be people that just happen to stop by on YouTube and you're like, what is this? I have no idea how I got on this strange guy's live stream broadcast, but somehow we're doing an energy clearing. And so congratulations if you're one of the random people that kind of jumped in here, if you're one of the people from the community at large, because what we're going to be going through today is just a very, very unique energy clearing process. And so let us begin. We're going to start opening up just the vagus nerve pathway. So the first thing we're going to do, you guys, we're going to take some really deep breaths as a team, as a group, as one body, as one unit. The fun thing is, as I do it, there's about an 8-second, sometimes I think longer delay between when I deliver the words or the speech and when you guys receive them. So that creates this fun kind of like an effect where it's like, I will emit an energy and then it's like a few seconds later, it sort of comes back. And so it's a very, very interesting thing. But so the first thing we're going to do is some deep breaths. If you can, make yourself comfortable. Let your shoulders kind of droop. There's nothing tight in your body. Nothing's like this. You're going to let everything open. Let your bottom open. Literally feel down into your bottom and just let everything kind of feel your thighs. Let them relax. Feel your face. Feel your cheeks. Let your face just, let everything kind of droop. Everything kind of open in the body. And here's what's going to happen. We're going to take 3 really deep breaths as one group, one unit, one body. I'll count from 3 to 1. We'll breathe in. We'll hold it for just a few moments, and then we'll let it out. And as you're letting that breath out, you're not forcefully, but you're deliberately pushing every bit of breath out of your body. It's like a balloon that we're going to tighten up and then squeeze everything out. So here we go. I've been talking a lot already. Let's take a deep breath as one unit, one being in 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Hold it. And release. As you release, you're releasing out of your mouth and you're making a sound kind of like a snake, kind of like you're letting that breath just roll out, almost pressurized a little bit. Let's do breath number 2. 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Hold it. And release. There you go. There we go. Good job, everybody. We got people participating. Let's do breath number 3. Make this one even bigger. It's going to be like a balloon or like you're priming an ancient pump within your body, preparing to receive new energy, preparing to really fill yourself with light or energy or healing or whatever it is that you're seeking in this world. Let's do one more breath, really big one. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it. Keep holding. And release that breath. Let everything roll out to the bottom. Good job. We're gonna do just one more of those, you guys. You can keep breathing on your own, but we're going to do one more as a group, just because I felt a lot more people grabbed on the second breath. Yes, I could really tell. On the second breath, a lot more people followed in. So we're going to do one more, number 4. Here we go, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it. And release. Good job. Let that energy flow through. And so as you continue to listen to my voice, I'd like you to continue breathing as deep and as full and just openly as you can. And what you'll notice is after a few moments of just listening to my breath and my voice, your own body, your own breathing will just kind of normalize. It'll settle, it'll move into its own rhythm. So just allow that to happen. It's usually as soon as we take our focus away from it, the body shifts into its own rhythm. So just go ahead and do that. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start softening up and opening the vagus nerve pathway. And so I'm going to turn my head to the side and I'm going to show you guys a spot on your ear. Hopefully my camera angle works, doesn't always, but so what you're going to do is you're going to take your index finger, your first finger, and I'd like you to find this inner fold of your ear right at the top, right where a couple little places connect. And hopefully you can see where my finger is going. It's not in the top fold, it's in the second one, right there into your ear. And I'd like you to press your finger in there. And you're going to do it on both sides of your head. You're going to go one over here as well. Once again, I can see so much less of my screen on the right side. So hopefully we get it right. But you're going to reach right up in there and stick your fingertip right up in your ears, right in that little cavern there of your ear on both sides. Okay, guys? And as you continue to breathe as deep and as slow, what you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers and you're going to do little circles. And so we're going to do circles forward. And then we're going to breathe in and out, and then we're going to go backward. Okay. And so we're going to do this 3 times as well. And so push your fingers in your ear. You're not jamming them in there, but it's like you're stretching the ear. You're moving it around. You're moving that little point in your ear. Why are we grabbing our ears right here, you guys? This is one of the vagus nerve. It's just an access point in the body. And as you sort of move and rotate this, what you're doing, it's like you're opening up the opening of the pipeline to receive more energy. And so for a lot of us, why would we work with our vagus nerve? I guess I should explain that first. If you're already doing this, please continue to keep doing it. It's only going to help. Well, the vagus nerve is responsible for resetting the body after just difficult events, difficult realizations, difficult moments, difficult situations, difficult interactions, whether it's physical, emotional, non-physical, spiritual, whatever we want to call it. It helps the body go through the sort of resting and releasing and digesting process in the body. And in order for us to reach that state, in order for us to recover, in order for us to stay in the optimal mental, emotional, and physical form, the vagus nerve, what's the vagus nerve? It's the 10th pair of cranial nerves in your body. It's called the vagus nerve, not because of Las Vegas, because it's called the wandering nerve. And it just reaches through everywhere. I think it goes from the brain all the way down, I think like into the hips and the perineum and just all the way down into the body. It doesn't go so far down into the legs, but what it does is it connects with all of your vital systems, all of your organs, and it's continually relaying information back and forth between the brain and the heart and the gut and all these systems. And you guys can think of it from a really, really simplified way as kind of like a superhighway or a big bundle of fiber optic cables, and you don't want it to be twisted. You don't want the highway to have traffic. You don't want a traffic jam. You want a clean, clear flow of energy through that pathway. And so that's why we work with the vagus nerve before doing certain energy clearings, because it's one of the things that when you open up this pathway, actually just opening up the pathway alone is going to help a lot of people feel more grounded and present. But anyway, I'm going to stop talking about it and we're going to do some breathing. So once again, put your fingers right at the top of your ear, right there on both sides. And let's do some circles forward. And so just like we did before, we're going to breathe in. I'll count from 3 to 1 while we're doing circles forward. We'll hold it and then we'll release it. And then we'll go backward and do circles backward. So here comes number 1. Breathe in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it. Circle your ears. And release that energy. Good job. Let's keep rolling. Now we're going to do your circle backward. Do the circle backward, and let's take a deep breath in, you guys. Here we go. Breathe in, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Keep circling. Hold your breath. And release that energy. Notice how as you're doing this, you guys, and as you're breathing out, as you breathe out, sometimes it's like more breath is going out than is going in. That's a real thing. And what that is your body releasing pent up energy and tension in the body. It's like you get more volume in your lungs. And so we're going to do that again. You can switch directions with your ears. Don't worry, guys. We'll stop the circles in just a moment. Let's do breath number 3. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Keep circling. Hold your breath. And let that energy out. Good job. Good job. Let yourself breathe. You can take your fingers out of your ears. Some of them, your ears will be a little bit sore after doing that every now and then. I think because I was doing it a lot yesterday, I was like, well, I think we're going to do this in the group. And I just kept doing it. So anyway, so we're going to do vagus nerve opening stage 2. And so guess what? We're going to palpate another area on your body. Some of you guys have done this with me before. I'm going to turn my head to the side. And what you're going to find is your ear. You find your ear, find your earlobe, and find your jaw. Find right behind your jaw. Feel your jawbone with your fingertip. And you can take 2 fingertips if you choose. And I'd like you to just feel into the big bundle of tendons that's right behind your ear and right along the side of your neck. You know, if you tighten your neck, you'll really notice it. You'll feel that little bundle. So what you're going to do, you guys, is you're going to go in between your jaw and right where that bundle of nerves is, right underneath your ear. You're going to press right in there. And yeah, if you press in there hard, it'll definitely hurt. So we're not going to put too much pressure, but we're going to do it on both sides, just like we did before. Oh, and I see some comments about fingernails. That's okay. If you want, you guys, you can use this part. You can use your knuckle if you want on this part. So don't worry if you can't get a fingertip in there. You can also do that on your ear as well. So don't worry. But what you're going to do is you're going to grab right here, right under the back of your jaw, right underneath your ear. And what we're going to do, guys, we're going to grab on both sides and we're going to breathe and we're going to pull down. You're pressing in and you're pulling down. And this one is with a little bit of pressure. You're not like jamming it in there, but you're putting pressure on your neck. And you can see how I'm doing it. You're pressing in and we're going down along your neck, along that bundle of tendons and fiber optic cables and probably a few wires and USB cords in your body. I'm totally kidding. You're just going to pull it down. Do that on both sides. Do it on both sides. We're going to breathe a little bit. We're going to pull it down. Keep going just for a few more moments. Oh, good job. Hope says I made myself cough. You know, maybe you did from pressure, but I have a feeling it's from energy releasing from the vagus nerve. And I could also be wrong about that, Hope, but the vagus nerve is one of those places, you guys, when you're finding it hard to be centered, when you're finding it hard to be calm, when you're finding it hard to get people out of your head. Like I think it was Rachel that was talking about how, you know, she's working with kids and I feel myself irritated and it's like, and you're just on this edge all the time. And sometimes the edge that you're on, it's not even an angry edge. You're just like nervous or you're afraid or you're angry. It doesn't matter what it is. But when we start to open the vagus nerve pathway, not only will you breathe deeper, which is why a lot of you guys, as you breathe out, as we're doing this, it's like suddenly there's more air in my body and I can breathe even more than I did before. And that's because you're causing something to go and kind of open itself in a weird way. So you definitely might cough. And so anyway, before I get too off track, we're going to do 3 breaths as we're pulling down on our neck here, okay? You can go kind of fast or you can go real slow, but you're going to put a little bit of pressure and pull down, okay? I'm going to do it from the side. So you're doing it on both sides. Let's take a deep breath in. 3, 2, 1, breathe in. Palpate your neck, hold your breath. And release that energy, release it out of your body, release your breath. Good job, you guys. On this next one, we're going to go to the next step already. And so when we breathe out on this, as you're still palpating the side of your neck there, we're going to do a new thing. And instead of breathing out with that sound, we're going to hum. It's like a low, deep hum that you're going to hold in your body, and you'll know you're doing it right if it feels like it's too deep, if it's too far back where you're like, perfect. Or you can just hum in your head. But either way, the deeper and more guttural you can make it. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with throat singing. If you're familiar with throat singing, it's a deep guttural vibration in your throat and your chest. And so we're going to do that for 2 breaths. And so once again, go back to the sides of your neck. Let's palpate, just drag that skin down. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And you guys can follow me on the vibration. And just make, don't worry about the weird sounds your body's going to make. It's all good. Let's take a deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it. And good job. Ooh. Good job, everybody. I can feel you doing it. Some of you guys, check this out. When you do that, you'll know it's working. You'll get a burp. You will get a yawn. Sometimes you'll get a weird tick or an itch in your body. We're going to do that 2 more times, actually. So as we're letting this breath out, you're just rumbling deep and low, like a guttural hum in your body. We're going to do it 2 times real good. We're going to hold our breath for a little bit shorter to help everybody get a good vibration in your chest. So once again, we're going to move to a new spot after this. Don't worry. Grab the side of your neck. You're stretching that skin, that vagus nerve. You're pulling it down. Let's take a deep breath in and vibrate. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it for a quick moment. And job. Keep going. We got some people over there making some really good, strange rumbling sounds. Good job, everybody. We're going to do it one more time. One more time. Really, really good. So that, I think that's how it goes with the live streams, because we haven't done this in a while. I can feel it on the second one. So we're going to do one more of those. Good job for all of you guys that are joining me in this. For some of you guys, you'll be at home with your families, or maybe you're at work and they'll hear you in the other room making a weird sound. Don't you worry. That is a good thing. Just be an example of true authenticity. Seriously, because every now and then people are gonna be like, "What are you doing? Making all those weird sounds?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, damn right I am." Totally. It's a multidimensional form of communication and non-physical technology that we're using to heal our body and mind. And so we're going to do it one more time. Get a good, hearty, throaty vibration in your chest. Here we go. Last time we're going to be pulling this side. So connect with your ears, under the ears, on the side of your jaw. Stretch that skin. Take a breath in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it. And good job. Good job. Way to go, everybody. There we go. On the third one, we got lots more people doing it with us. Way to go. I think we even have a number of people from our live stream over on YouTube. Really good. Okay. You could let go of the sides of your neck. And I actually see Dylan over there pointing to the area we're going to. I see you on my screen. He's pointing right to it. So next place we're going to go before we do our clearing. And you guys, if you want to know where this is, if you kind of tighten your collar or like the tendons of your neck, you'll get a good view. Mine doesn't show that much, but you're going to kind of grab onto those tendons right at the top of your collarbone. So how do you find it? Tighten your neck like that, and you'll feel those 2 tendons. And so just like we did at the side, you're going to take your fingers, you guys, and you're going to reach right into your collarbone. If you relax your breath and relax your chest, you will be able to just go bloop right underneath your collarbone. And so don't worry if you can't reach under there. Some people have just, your body's different. It's harder to get under the collarbone. I do a lot of work in there, so it's really easy for me to go in there, but just reach into the top of your collarbone, find those tendons right there. And what we're going to do is we're going to do like little circles, just like you did in your ear. but you're going to take your fingers and it's like you're almost going to grab those tendons and you're just going to circle. And you're going to stretch the skin. If you can put your fingers under your collarbone, and nearly everyone can, if you relax your shoulders and move your chest a little bit and move your arms, you'll be able to get your fingers under the edge of your collarbone. And usually when you do, you'll feel a couple little pockets or little puffy areas. It's a really good example of when lymph nodes get a little bit clogged or they get full with fluid. And so this tends to be a place where people really feel kind of some of the physicality that's in there. So let's make some little circles. Reach under your collarbone, stretch that skin around. It's kind of hard for people to see, but what I'm essentially doing, you guys, is I'm taking my fingers and pressing them in there, and it's like moving it around. Now, I know some people have fingernails. You can do this. Maybe you can use your thumb. Sorry, if you got fingernails, it'll still work. What you're doing is you're opening up your vagus nerve pathway. So we're just going to spend a few minutes here, or moments rather, just opening up this pathway. Sometimes just stretching and moving that skin is really going to help. And so why are we doing this once again? If you're some of the people that are tuning in with us on YouTube, or if you're here in the group, we're opening our vagus nerve pathway so that we can experience just a much greater level of just energy and grounding and presence and healing in the body. And I have a feeling a lot of you guys that have been with us since the ears here, when we started opening up this pathway, some of you guys are going to be feeling coolness in your body. Some of you guys are going to be feeling an ability to kind of take a deeper breath. It's like pressure will sort of like relieve from your chest. Every now and then, if you're congested, if you're having a hard time breathing, it's like as you move, especially this area for some reason, as we stretch and work our neck and the energy of the collarbone right there, you'll notice that even your congestion will kind of release from the body. And so we're going to do one last little thing here, you guys, and then we're going to go into our energy clearing. And for this one, you're going to continue to stretch and work with your throat right here. But this is kind of a little bit more than we did on the last one with the low, deep rumble. What we're going to do is we're just going to do 2 tones. We're going to do it twice because we're going to do more in a moment. But it's kind of like an official closure to the pre-work that we're doing. And so while you're stretching here, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a breath in, and then we're just going to let the body vibrate. This is less of a scalar tone and more of a kind of like opening a pathway in the body. So I'm going to show you guys how it goes, and then we're going to do it twice. And so you'll notice your voice will change and kind of warble as we do this. And that's actually meant to be. So you'll notice your voice will sound weird, and good job if it does. Perfect. And so we're going to grab on here. I'm just going to demonstrate it first. We'll take a breath in, and then you're going to you're stretching your skin and you're toning outward. Some of you guys, your voice is going to go very low. Some of you guys, your voice will crack and sort of get wavy. That's perfect. That's perfect. I never know what the note is that's going to come out, so I just open up and do it. Sometimes it's very low. Sometimes it's very high. I have noticed that the throat chakra and upward energies that I use tend to be a slightly higher pitch, but don't worry if as we do that, your voice just sounds weird. It's normal. When you're first starting to open up these kind of pathways in your body, it's just, you're going to sound weird. You're going to feel weird. We actually had a request to do it live on the screen, so we will. I think that's actually a very, very good idea. Thank you, Miss Liz. We're gonna hopefully we're on main screen now, right? Let me know if we are. I think we're on main screen. It says screen sharing is paused, so I'm hoping it rolls in. I'm gonna wait for a comment on there to let me know that we are our screen share thing is working. So I just paused the screen share. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this 2 times. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Liz. I really appreciate your help. So we're going to do just the tone. You're going to release this strange vibratory tone from your body while you're stretching this area here. You're going to be pulling and working with it. And you're not doing it hard. It's like you're stretching the skin. And you can imagine it's like you're sort of kneading dough, or you're opening up this pathway in the body. And so we're going to do it twice. You guys just saw me do it. Here we go. Don't worry how it sounds. You're doing really good, everybody. Let's take a deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And job, everybody. We're going to do that one more time, and I'm going to do it with original sound on. And a lot of you guys know about original sound on Zoom. Usually when I do a tone like that, it'll sort of cut it. You know what I mean? I'll start doing it and the sound will cut it. But this last one we're going to do, it's going to be wide open. So um, everyone's going to hear it. There's original sound. There it is. So one more tone here, and then we're going to start our energy clearing, guys. Thank you for going through this interesting and very, very, honestly, very, very helpful opening process. We're going to do one more of those. It's a big, full, rich tone of vibration that comes out of your body that might feel kind of weird because not everyone here is used to doing it. I know some of you guys in our group, you're like pros at doing this. I've talked to a number of you guys. You literally use the same systems in your clearing. So let's do one more. Once again, where are we grabbing? Right here. Those little tendons right there. You're going to kind of move everything around, massage under your collarbone. Let's do one more big, rich tone, and we'll start. Here we go, guys. Let everything out. Breathe in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Hold it and follow me. There we go. Good job, you guys. I see some comments on the screen that said, did the volume drop? Yeah, it probably did. The reason why that happened, everybody, is because I switched it over to original sound, meaning I turned off Zoom's sound filtering function. The reason why I did that, and I apologize, sometimes it does have, it'll have a big effect on the volume level. The reason why I did that is because it allows, if we create tones or if you do like a vocal thing over Zoom, usually what happens is right as soon as you start to make the tone, you'll hear a thing that's like, whoo, it'll just cut it. The person will still be making the sound, but it will just cut itself. And so one of the reasons why I turned that feature off is so that we can hear the totality of what's coming out of the body. And so the fun part is we're going to be doing the rest of our clearing like that. So I'm going to stay on the mic. We'll stay on the mic for this one. And cool. And I see some of your comments. Hopefully your internet's working. It says I'm still minimized in the box on the right side of the screen on YouTube. I don't know why. That's fun. That's okay. I would say after this moment here, we actually don't even need me to be on the live, or excuse me, on the main screen. So here's what's gonna happen, you guys. We're gonna go back to the share because we essentially did our whole little warm-up thing. And so thanks for all the fun awkwardness of that moment. I have a feeling on YouTube it was just me in the little corner and a blank screen. So if it is, thank you for hanging out on YouTube as we go through the fun randomness of these moments. But anyway, let's get started with our energy clearing, guys. Let me know how's my sound doing, because it's basically going to be like this for our whole process here today. Hopefully the sound is working. If you need to turn up your volume, please do so. Turn up your volume. And yeah, thank you, Cassandra. It was still screen shared. Okay, good. Either way, we tried. A lot of you guys will get it. I know the people that watch this, they're gonna go, okay, cool. But anyway, we're still learning about the world of Zoom, and so cool. The sound is good though. All right, guys. So here's what we're doing here today. While I'm talking, I'd like you to get as comfortable as possible. If you're joining us on our YouTube live stream, we're going to be going through a very particular and deeply hypnotic version of just the energy clearing process in the body. And so these are things I say before we kind of do any sort of individual clearing. The first one is your only mission here today is to receive new energy. That is your only mission. I'd like you to say that in your mind as we begin. My only mission here today is to receive new energy, to allow the gifts of spirit freely given to all those able and willing to receive. So your only mission here today is to receive new energy. We welcome the childhood self and the childhood imagination. We welcome the version of us that is still existing in that world of pure magic, pure imagination, that version of you still in your body that doesn't care what age you are. You're still living in the world of magic. That is the palace of true creation within the energy body, within the multidimensional self. And so we just stay absolutely connected with that inner child. So grab onto that inner child. And what we're going to be doing is taking a little bit of a tour through the energy body. And I'd like you to please allow any emotions that you receive here today, any kind of visual things that occur, anything that rolls through the energy body. When we really enter into this place of healing and just this kind of contained field of your own energy, one of the funnest things about what we do in these groups is that it's your energy that you're experiencing. We're not calling in any ascended masters. We're not calling in any alien races. We're not calling in anybody from any outside realms other than your energy. So I want everyone to feel very secure and at home and present in what we're doing. And so just get as comfortable as you can. In this session here today, we will be clearing and realigning the energy centers, a few meridians, and organ resonance within the physical and non-physical body templates. We will begin by initiating the pressure relief process through opening the crown chakra and then immediately moving downward into the Earth Star. What does that mean? The first place that we are going is right up to the top of your head and then all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. And so we're going to start at the top and start at the bottom. Why do we do that when we're starting in energy clearing? Because it's like we're opening up both sides of the container so that everybody can just flow more evenly, more fully. And cool, I'm getting a request here to turn up the mic. Well, the fun thing is I can't actually turn it up. But what we can do is while I'm talking through this, we're going to put it back off. We're going to take it off of original sound. The awkward part is when we do the tones that we're going to be doing, they'll probably get cut off, but I'm going to wait before we get started to everyone so everyone can let me know that the audio works. Okay, there we go. We have confirmation that our audio works. So if you're watching on YouTube, I want to let you know that when we actually start the official version of this clearing, I'm going to get right up on the microphone here, but we are going to turn it down. So what'll happen is well, we're not turning it down. We're turning on original sound. And so your volume is probably going to drop. And so it's kind of how it is. It's like the weird sacrifice of Zoom's audio system. I've noticed that StreamYard does not cut the audio as much. But anyway, so we're going to be starting here today with working with our crown chakra, and then we're going to immediately move downward, down to the bottoms of your feet and start working with the root and the Earth Star chakra. From there, we're going to work our way upward, activating each chakra as we rise toward the soul star. What's the soul star chakra? Because we don't really talk about it so much, or not so much outwardly in sort of the group stuff that we've been doing. The soul star chakra is part of honestly, it's one of many connection points that exist outside of the physical human kind of energy system that allows us to connect with a whole host of different energies that are coming in, different frequencies. You can think of it kind of like one of the energy centers in the body that helps you go from old school FM radio to satellite radio. And so it's just one of the connection points that as you learn to move your energy upward, and it's not that it's the thing that you're going to learn. Some people do it automatically. Some people do it naturally. But as the Kundalini or the energy within your system rises, it does eventually contact the soul star. And you could think of that moment, that point, as the point in which your energy starts to broadcast outside of the energy body on just a much, much more expanded level. And likewise, energy also enters into the crown on a much greater level. And so we're going to be working our way upward through the body. And so the way this is going to work is we're going to start out here today. We're going to do a lot of breathing. We're going to go into just a centered space. And what I'm going to do is kind of walk everybody through this process. Some of you guys will remain totally present through this. You will remain completely awake and completely aware. Others will go very, very deeply into a state of just deep silence and relaxation within yourself. Don't worry. Wherever you land, don't worry for 1 second. It's all about just being present and just stating in your mind, my only mission here today is to receive new energy. And so, okay, we are ready. I think we're ready. I think we're going to leave the Original sound off. Dylan says it's working both ways. So I think we'll just sort of leave the volume up this time and we'll see how it goes. But keep in mind that as we go through the energy clearing process, guys, there might be a point where I'll do a tone or utter something and you guys will hear it cut. You'll hear like a ooh, and it'll cut. So don't worry if that happens. That's just part of our technology. And so anyway, so get as comfortable as you can. For those of you guys that are going to be joining us here today during this clearing process, feel free to close your eyes. And just like we did at the beginning of our journey, we're just going to start with deep and gentle, slow breathing, just expansive and open, a little bit exaggerated, but also soft, just really opening and closing your body, kind of puffing yourself up like a balloon, puffing yourself up like a little balloon, like an ancient pump that you're priming. You're just really opening and closing and noticing how all of your thought forms and a few memories and even some desires and maybe a few conversations from last week or earlier kind of roll through your mind, pictures of people, certain scenes. What you're doing is you're breathing along with all these individuals all over the world in this focused moment is you're starting a dedicated opening of the human energy system, of your energy body. So just continue to breathe for a few moments in silence and I'll let you know when the next section begins. Job, continuing to breathe, noticing what you notice in your mind's eye, noticing the thought forms that roll through your head and your body. And upon that next breath, I'd like you to bring your awareness down to the bottoms of your feet, all the way down to the bottoms of your feet down there. And as you're breathing, it's so easy to do. I'd like you to just notice the temperature of your feet. Notice what's underneath your feet. Maybe you're laying on a bed or maybe your feet are touching the ground. It doesn't matter either way. We're just noticing our feet, noticing the temperature of our feet, noticing how your thought forms and your memories and pieces of your life that flash through your mind's eye as we connect with our feet. And very good. And upon that next breath, you'll sort of bring your focus upward. It's so easy to do. We'll bring our focus to a new area in the body, all the way up to the backs of your knees, behind your knees. We don't often think of that place underneath your knees, that little area behind your knees, but you'll just notice if you can on that breath, notice the temperature behind your knees. Notice the feeling underneath your knees. Notice how just by bringing your focus behind your knees, your mind changes, your emotions change, maybe very small ways, maybe in big ways. Maybe as you bring your breath and your energy behind your knees, you'll just notice how your body's starting to get a bit heavier and more relaxed and a bit more silent. You're also noticing the temperature of your body and you're noticing how cool or how warm or how open or just really how relaxed you are in this present moment. And so keep your awareness behind your knees. I know we don't usually think of our knees. Just notice what you notice. Notice how that area is different from the bottoms of your feet. You're doing really good and you're already opening up some lymphatic flow in the body. So let's move up a little bit higher. As that next breath rolls into your body, expanding your belly, you'll bring your awareness upward into the groin, into your hips, into the corners of your hips, deep, deep inside your hips, right up in the inner corners, up in there in that hip bone. And just notice what you notice. We don't often think of the internals of our hips. We don't often place our focus there, but bring your awareness into your hips and notice the temperature of your body. Notice your emotions when you bring your mind and your focus into your hips. Notice the people or the places or the little fragments of memories that roll through. Sometimes it's like you're watching a strange stream and there's all kinds of people and places and things. And you're just noticing what you notice, how it changes when you focus on your hips, inside the groin, inside the pelvic region of the body. And you're noticing once again, just like you did with the backs of your knees and even a little bit down at the bottoms of your feet, you're noticing how your body's just becoming way more still, just so much more relaxed, so much more present, yet also far away, so much more in the now moment, and so much more in a place of true silence as you continue to breathe deep and slow. Good job. Let's move up a little higher with that next real deep, rich breath. We'll go up even higher. Let's go to a new place, guys. Right up under your arms. Just bring your breath and your awareness underneath your arms. Notice how your thoughts change. It's very subtle now. The faces change, certain moments, certain things that when you focus underneath your arms, you might even say in your mind, how did that get there? How did they end up there? Why am I thinking of this experience when I bring my focus underneath my arms? You're doing very well. You're opening your energy body. You're releasing energies and emotions that are trapped within your system. And just notice what you notice when you focus underneath your arms. Notice the temperature of your armpits. Notice how it's changing. Notice how when you breathe, you can even feel the backs of your arms as well. You're doing very, very well. Keep breathing. Just notice what you notice in your body. Acknowledge to yourself that you're going deeper, deeper into your system, deeper into the true version of you, deeper into that place of true creation and healing and activation in your body. You're doing really well. Let's take another breath and pull it upward. Let's go to a new place. Where are we going? We're going underneath your chin, right at the top of your neck, right at the top of your throat. I'm going to clear some energy from the throat. Here comes little cough. 3, 2, 1. Good job. You can do your own version of that. Just clearing a little energy from the throat, from underneath your chin, from those lymph nodes under your chin at the very top of your throat. And just like you did at your armpits, just like you did behind your knees, just like you did down there at the bottoms of your feet, just notice what you notice when you hold your awareness underneath your chin at the top of your neck. Notice the sensations in your body. Notice the change in your emotions and change in your memories. Notice the change in the internal volume inside your body. Maybe it's louder, maybe it's softer. Maybe you feel the heavy and deep relaxation that's just laying on top of you like a warm blanket, like a security, a feeling of safeness. Just continue to breathe and we'll go one more place. Sometimes it's like raindrops in reverse, moving upward along a pane of glass. Instead of going downward, they're going upward. Take one more breath in and let's go right up to the very top of your head, right at the crown. In 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. And release it. Good job, everybody. Continue to breathe, allowing yourself to be as present or as relaxed or as far away or as purely in the moment as you need to be. We're going to go just a little bit deeper into the energy body before we start working our way through this process of healing. And we're going to bring a very definitive image in front of your mind's eye. It's so easy to do. I'm going to reach over and I'm going to ring this little bell. And what it's going to do is it's going to bring the image of a staircase into your mind's eye. Yes, just an old school staircase, just 10 steps leading down right in front of you. It's very important that you notice these 10 steps in front of you, whatever they're made out of, whatever their colors are, whatever the materials are. I'm going to reach over and I'm just going to ring a little bell right in your third eye. Let's bring that staircase into your mind's eye in 3, 2, 1. Very, very good. And within your mind's eye, as you continue to breathe deeply and slowly, I'd like you to look down and just notice those stairs in front of you. Notice those 10 steps. Notice what they're made out of. Notice the color, notice the material. For some of you, you may notice that the image of these 10 steps is constantly changing and morphing. For others, it will stay one static image. Simply allow what appears in your mind's eye and acknowledge that we are now going deeper, deeper into your consciousness, deeper into the present moment, deeper into your abilities to change and shift and truly activate your energy. And so I'll count from 3 to 1, and we'll take one more breath in, and we shall then descend those stairs into a deeper version of you. So here we go. Deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And let's go down the steps together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Breathing gentle and slow and open. Acknowledging the space, acknowledging this moment, and noticing how simple and easy it is within this healing chamber, within this orb, within this sphere. Just notice how silent, notice how open, notice how easy it is for you to pull all of your attention and all of your focus up to the very top of your head, right at the middle, right at the crown. We'll have a few moments of silence, and then we will begin with opening the crown chakra. Simply allow whatever appears, any emotions, any memories. Here we go. I'll count from 3 to 1, and we'll breathe in once again. 3, 2, 1. Breathe into the top of your head. And in your mind's eye, simply imagine, activate that childhood imagination. In your mind's eye, it'll be a little bit like maybe you're a dolphin jumping out of the surface of the water. Maybe you're a whale coming up from the depths of the ocean, breathing through that blowhole at the top of your head, or every now and then you're a chimney or a volcano or a fountain. Or every now and then you've been on a long drive. Maybe you've been on a road trip in your life and you've been driving down the highway or the freeway, and you see off in the distance one of those old factories, one of those old refineries, those strange structures on the side of the road with those huge smokestacks and giant chimneys. And you look over on the side of the road as you're driving and you notice that old smoke, the energy emitting from those distant structures in your mind's eye, and you're just breathing out of the top of your head at the same time, noticing what you notice, allowing the energy to flow. We'll have a few more moments of silence, and then we will begin with Ogam Satyam Om. Take a deep breath in Ogam Satyam. Om. Ogam Satyam. Om. Ogam Satyam. Om. Continue to breathe from the top of your head, acknowledging all that is present in this now moment, acknowledging the sensations, the emotions, acknowledging the memories and the energies that are present within your mind's eye. As we open the crown, we'll have just a few more moments of silence, and then we'll move down to the bottoms of your feet. Very good, everyone. Honor what appears in your mind's eye. Honor what appears in your heart. Let's reach down, and now we will connect with the very bottoms of our feet in 3, 2, 1. As we reach the bottoms of your feet where we began our journey here today, I'd like you to simply acknowledge the thought forms, the memories. Notice the change in energies, the change in sensation as we reach the bottoms of your feet. We'll have a few moments of silence as we open this gateway into the energy body, and then we will continue with Ma Ru Va. Take a deep breath in. Ma Maruva. And once more. Maruva. And finally, really connect with the bottoms of your feet. And as we do this tone one more time, we're going to pull that energy up into the root, up into the perineum, up into the body. Let all your breath out. Take a deep breath in. Let that breath and energy pass from the body. Allow any emotions, allow any memories, allow any fragments of moments from your life, whether past or present, whether large or small. Find the version of you as a child. Find that inner child version of you still living in the world of pure and complete imagination. And let's bring our energy upward, bring it up into the pelvic region, into the groin. We'll place our focus just a little ways underneath that belly button, just right down there. Very good focus, everyone. And once again, you'll notice as you bring your attention and your intention upward into the sacral region, notice your thought forms, notice your memories, notice your emotions. We'll have a few moments of silence as we connect with the energy of the sacral chakra, the themes of creation, of intimacy, of passion in your life. Simply notice what arises. Allow all that is. We'll have a few moments of silence, and then you can join me with the phrase Ya Vu Ra. Here we go. Take a deep breath in. Yavu I will reach over and very gently light a blue flame within the sacral chakra. You'll feel it in your own way. Here it comes. Take a deep breath in. Yavura. Very, very good. Simply honor what appears within the mind's eye. Honor what appears in the heart. Allow these energies as they release from the body, but also stay focused on that which you truly desire to create, which you truly desire to receive, especially those things you desire so deeply you dare not say them aloud to another living person. Acknowledge those desires, acknowledge those passions in your life. And let's move upward to the navel, to the belly button itself. For those of you joining us and participating in our session here today, you can even take your hands and place them over the navel, over the belly button, as we open up the center for instinct and knowing within the body. In 3, 2, 1. Very good. This is your navel chakra, the center for instinct and knowing, and your ability to react in the most appropriate manner in a split second, exactly the way that you need to. Simply notice the energies, the emotions, notice the memories, notice the wounds, notice the energies that roll through your mind's eye as we reach the navel chakra. And as we go one step further, I welcome that childhood imagination once again. And in your mind's eye, you'll even begin to perceive that that navel, that belly button is actually almost like a little tube, and it reaches all the way through your body. And yes, it does. It opens up on the other side, almost like there's a little tube through your belly button from the front to the back. That's your Mingmen chakra, and it's very important for just appropriate flow of energy in the body. And so we'll have a few moments of silence as we connect with this region, simply noticing what arises, And then I'd like you to join me with the phrase do, chi, ro. Here we go. Take a deep breath in. Do, chi, ro. Do, chi, and once more, let's push that energy from the front of your belly button all the way out the back, like a little tube, like a little vent for energy that you're releasing. Take one more big breath in. Do, chi, very, very good. As you continue to breathe, noticing the stillness, noticing the relaxation, noticing the presence within your mind, within your body, noticing what you notice, the emotions, the memories, the faces, the energies leaving the body. We hold our awareness upward, right underneath your rib cage, right in the center of your being, right up there in your solar plexus. And I'm going to help everyone by just bringing a big spotlight, a big beam of light, and we're going to shine it right on your solar plexus. You can imagine every now and then it's like when you go to the doctor and they'll kind of put a little light in your ear or your eye. Today we're going to take one of those little lights and we're going to shine it right at the base of your rib cage in the top of your belly. You'll feel it in your own way. Let's bring empowerment into the body. Take a deep breath with me in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. And we'll have a few moments of silence as we open and vibrate the solar plexus. Simply allow the memories, allow the faces, allow the energies. And once again, keep your heart and mind focused on what you're truly becoming, what you're truly creating, on the most empowered and present version of yourself. And then join me with the tone wrong. Take a deep breath in. Wrong. And once more. Wrong. We'll do that one more time. We have a lot of solar plexus energy present. Join me in the root tone, wrong. Take one more big breath in. Wrong. Very, very good, everyone. Simply notice what you notice. Notice the sensations in your body. Notice the temperature of your body. Notice the thought forms and the emotions rolling through your internal realm, especially the emotions. Let's get ready to release some difficult emotions from the body as we bring our awareness to the left side of the chest, underneath the edge of your ribs over there on the left. And we'll just connect with our spleen in 3, 2, 1. Simply notice what arises within your mind's eye as we connect with the spleen. Notice the emotions. Notice the emotions of others. Notice the emotions you've stored and gathered within the body. And notice the effect that they are having over your being, over your consciousness. We'll have a few moments of silence, and then please join me in Da, Re, O to honor the spleen. And before we open our spleen, I'll count from 3 to 1. And I'd like everybody here with us today to just have a big, deep yawn in 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Take another deep, rich, full breath in when you're ready. Da, re, yo. Da, re, yo. And we'll do that one more time, just noticing what you notice inside your body as we vibrate the spleen. Notice the left side of your body. Notice the emotions. Notice the memories and the moments that flash through your mind's eye. Take one more breath in. Da, re, yo. Good job, everyone. Very, very good. And you'll notice how easily your focus and your attention and your awareness in your body, it slides over to the right side of your ribs, just right over there on the right side of your chest. And you'll notice the energy of the liver. It's so easy to notice in your body. It shows up right as we reach over to the right side of our abdomen. And just like we did before, we'll have a few moments of silence, and you'll notice how effortlessly and easily certain old resentments, elements of anger, dissatisfaction with yourself and others, unresolved rage, and just all the bitterness within our life is just made a bit more present. We allow these feelings, we allow these energies, and we allow this negativity to effortlessly pass from the body. We'll have a few moments of silence, and then please join me in the liver capsule phrase, which is ne yo va. Here we go. Very well. Trust yourself. Remain in the liver. Remain on the right side of your body. Lots of energy flowing. Notice the resentments. Notice the anger. Notice the dissatisfaction. Notice the frustration in your body. Notice how it is not all your own. We take ownership over what is ours, and we release everything else that no longer serves. Stay on the right side of your body. Simply acknowledge what presents. I'm going to reach over and very gently vibrate the liver. You guys are doing very, very well. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. And once more, directly into the liver itself. Simply acknowledge what arises within your body. Don't judge it, don't analyze it, simply release it. Deep breath in. Very, very good. Good job. I'm going to create a little gesture of release, a little pop on the right side of the body. We've got lots of liver energy here today. You'll feel it in your own way. We're just going to release a little bit more negativity from our oversoul soul group, the elements of us that are still suffering from dissatisfaction and unacknowledgement and judgment, being unseen, being unheard. We release the resentment. We release the bitterness. 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Good job. Let your breath normalize and flow upward like bubbles in a glass rising to the surface of the water. Notice it rise up as energy gathers in the heart. Sometimes it's like mist, sometimes it's like bubbles, sometimes it's like leaves blowing in the wind or feathers. Allow that energy to rise into your chest, into the heart itself. I'm going to reach over and once again, just very, very gently vibrate the heart and also the pericardium, the layer around the heart. We'll have a few moments of silence, simply acknowledging what presents, acknowledging what arises, acknowledging the forgiveness, the compassion, and everything else that presents in our internal realm. Here comes the heart itself. Simply notice what you notice in your body in 3, 2, 1. We'll have a few moments of silence, and then please join me in A, Na, Ha, Ta. Take a deep breath in. A, Na, Ha, Ta, Yang. Let's touch the heart one more time. breathing in light, breathing in forgiveness, breathing in compassion. Na ta yang. Very good. Let that breath pass in and pass out, flowing through the being, flowing through the body, flowing through the heart, simply noticing and acknowledging what presents itself for release, for forgiveness. Really good job, everyone. We'll go just a little bit higher, right above your heart. You can just imagine we're going to go right in between the tips of those lungs, right at the top of your chest. And I'm going to reach over and I'm just going to vibrate that little thymus and that high heart chakra right over there. Everyone will feel it in your own way. In 3, 2, 1. We've got lots and lots of energy in this area for those of you joining us in this moment. You can even take your fingertips or your hands and place them right there at the top of our collarbone, like we were working with in the beginning of our session here today. You'll just take your hands and very, very gently connect with the top of your rib cage and your chest and the collarbone, and just connect with that area for a few moments of silence and just notice what arises. Notice the emotions, notice the memories, notice the people, notice the places, notice the temperature of your body. Do not analyze it, simply allow. This is one of the most active empathic energy centers on the body, where we gather so much data, so much information, so much emotion. We'll have a few moments of silence, and then please join me in Yang Ka Ro. Take a deep breath in. Yang Ka Ro. Yang Ka. And once more, truly vibrate the throat. Notice what arises in your body. This is the emotional buildup and the thought forms that we've been holding on to. Take one more deep breath in. Yang Ka. Very, very good. Trust yourselves. Very good job. And we'll keep that energy flowing as we rise just a little bit higher, right up into the throat itself, right into that area that you feel when you swallow in your body. And I'd like everyone here to just take a big swallow with me. Here we go. Good job. Swallow that energy, move it through your esophagus, and let's work on our throat. We'll have a few moments of silence as you just acknowledge the many thought forms, the many moments, the many conversations, the many words left unsaid, the many experiences unexpressed within our body. Just simply acknowledge what arises. We'll be allowing for just a bit more silence in this moment. So let that throat flow. And then please join me in Hang Ka Ro. And I'm going to reach over and vibrate the throat for each and every one of you. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Ka. Honor what arises in the body. Honor the sensations in your throat. Honor the words left unsaid. Take a deep breath in with me. Hang. Ka. And once more. Take that breath in and focus at the very back of your throat. The very back. Here we go. Hang. Ka. Very good. You can swallow just one more time. Good job, everyone. You're doing very well. You're almost done. You'll notice after that moment how easily and effortlessly, and how you'll even start to feel your forehead and your face and your cheeks, and even around the back of your head, like there's a little ring around your head, and sometimes it's like a little halo in your mind's eye. And yes, you're feeling the upper chakras, your third eye, the causal chakras at the sides of the head, and so many more things. And we'll just pause here in this now moment. In a moment of silence, I'm going to reach over and just real gently just put a little point of light right in the third eye for each and every person here. You'll perceive it in your own way. We're just going to reach over and real gently vibrate the third eye and just really open up that visual cortex. Remove noise, remove chaos, remove the distortions from our mind's eye. And then please join me in Va Me. So let's put that little point of light at your third eye. 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath in. Ava. And on this third one, we'll pull that from the front of your third eye all the way to the back of your head, just like you did at the belly button. It's just like a little tube, a little passageway of energy in the body, and it allows so much more light to enter that visual internal cortex area inside your brain so that you can receive so much more of the light and the energy that's available. Let's take a real deep breath in. Ava. Oh, good job, everybody. We'll keep it going. Good job. Lots of third eye energy here today. Yes, we're going to do that one more time. Very active for the members of this group here. Wow, here we go. One more time. Take that deep breath in with me. And now let's pull it up to the crown. As we reach the top of our head where we began, we once again acknowledge the many guides, guardians, aspects of self, all those guiding and assisting with this human journey for everyone present in this now moment. Whether live or on the replay, we honor each and every one of you that has found your way to this present moment on earth. We'll have a few more moments of silence as we hold the crown chakra open, and then join me once again in Ogam Satyam Om. Take a deep breath in. Ogam Satyam Om. Ogam Satyam Om. Ogam Satyam Om. With this breath, we honor the light in the eyes. We honor the love in the heart. We honor the forgiveness. We honor the healing. We honor the activation. We honor the empowerment available for all beings, great and small, physical and non-physical, all those present in this now moment, the many guides, the many guardians, the many aspects of self. We honor each and every one of you as we reach higher and higher. And simply within your mind's eye, imagine you're reaching about an arm's length above your head. You can even imagine in your own way, you're reaching up there, arm's length above your own head. And in your mind's eye, with that childhood imagination activated, you will perceive what looks like a little star or a point of light or an orb or a jewel or something of your own creation, the stellar gateway, the soul star chakra, one of the highest points of our human energy field where much light, much knowledge, sacred energy enters our being. Hold your awareness up there above your head for just a few more moments in your mind's eye. Notice that point of light. Notice that opening. Notice that connection point, even if it feels like something that you're just creating in the now moment. None of this happens by mistake. Once again, we'll have a few moments of silence. Honor the thought forms, honor the emotions, honor the memories, but stay very focused on your true heart's desire, especially those things you desire so deeply you dare not say them aloud to another living person. We're sending that frequency out into the world. I will now count from 3 to 1. We'll take a deep breath in together. And please join me with the phrase Vara Muna Aya. 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Vara Muna Aya. Vara Muna Aya. And once again, Vara Muna Aya. Oh. Very good. With this breath, we once again honor the energy of the one infinite creator alongside us in this now moment. Every being, every guide, every aspect of self. We honor each and every one of you present. And we say to you now, let us continue. We honor this healing, we honor this energy, and we honor this time on earth. In the name of the one infinite creator. So it is. So it is. So it is. Good job, everybody. Let yourself roll back as needed when you can. I want to thank everyone for doing this with us here today. Thank you for your healing requests. Thank you for the moments and the desires, the intentions, even the illnesses and the things that you're all dealing with in your life. Thank you for voicing those at the beginning of our broadcast here today. I also want to lift up another person who I have been made aware of. They're preparing for a major surgery. They may have already had their surgery, but one of the members of our group has been going through just some of their own health challenges, and they've been a member since the very first group. And I do believe I see his name on the screen. That's Luther. Luther, thank you for being here, Luther. I understand you're going through some healing stuff in your own world, and we're honored that you can be a part of this. So we also want to lift up Luther and everyone else going through some of their own medical journeys and your own healing processes, whether great or small, emotional, mental, physical. I want to thank you guys for being a part of this group. I mean that sincerely. I never knew we were going to continue going on this long. And I also want to thank everybody on YouTube. I imagine if you're one of the people on YouTube who rolled into here today to this strange moment, you might have been going, what are these guys doing? In fact, to be honest with you, because I haven't been able to see the YouTube comments, which is probably a good thing. We have no idea how that went. But if you found this on YouTube, thank you for joining us here today for this healing meditation. You can go back and listen to the recording later. It will stay on the channel for anyone that wants to receive it. And hopefully our audio is okay. We left the sound thing on, so some of the tones might have got cut off a little bit. We don't know, but the energy still reaches you just the same. So whether you're one of the people on YouTube or you're here in the Patreon group, thanks for showing up. Thanks for being a part of this strange journey here today. And honestly, thank you very, very sincerely, whether you're part of our Patreon family or just randomly stumbled into this now moment. I pray that I mean this very, very sincerely. I pray that you walk away from this session here today feeling grounded, feeling open, feeling secure, and feeling in tune with the energies around you in this strange realm. We are living in one of the most beautiful, yet awkward, yet transitional, yet chaotic, yet insane times on earth. And it's literally what we signed up for, you guys. We signed up for this human experience. And I know you've heard me say this before, but if you're here, in this now moment, present on the earth, and you find this, even if you don't find this in this now moment, congratulations, you're living on earth in the time of the most intense difficulty ever. We are on veteran settings in this strange simulated video game life. And the people that are here are literal experts. You've done this over and over and over again. Yes, you've incarnated here over and over and over again. And now you're at the stage of the journey where we're starting to use new tools, new abilities, new ways to change the timeline, new ways to change our reality. And so today is just one example of that. You're free to take any element of this, use it, change it, use it with other people. But what do we do after this, though? Be on lookout for waves of inspiration, epiphanies, those moments where you're like, oh yeah, that's what it, you know what I mean? Those moments that come in right when you clear a bunch of fog or a big cloud of dead energy from your body. We tend to realize, we tend to get ideas, we tend to feel energized. Sometimes, I got to say it because you see it here on the screen, every now and then we experience a thing called emotional burn off. What's emotional burn off? Well, there's this idea that when you get a healing session, you're only supposed to feel blissful and happy and elevated. And the reality is, one of the ways you'll know when you really move energy in your body is you'll get emotions with it. And some of you guys, after this moment here today, you may find for the next day or so that something will happen and you'll feel the full breadth of the emotion in it. And it's very important that you allow yourself to express and allow yourself to emote. In most cases, one of the ways we feel non-physical energy is through our emotions. And so there's a thing called emotional burn off, where sometimes afterward we feel a bit raw. We feel a bit like, you know, you'll see puppies on YouTube and you're like, oh God, you know, so just allow those moments, allow the emotions to roll through. It's also a sign that you've really opened your heart. And so just be aware of your emotions. Be very gentle with your body. Be sure to eat something good after this. No, you don't have to just drink pure water, although I definitely recommend it, but eat a little something that you enjoy. It's kind of like a ceremony you're going to do with yourself after this experience, where you just have something, have a moment, refill your energy body. And so just notice your dreams, notice any memories, any moments that return into your consciousness. That's very reliable, sometimes just by opening the crown chakra alone, which is why we usually always start and end with the crown chakra. Why do we do that in this group? Because it's one of just the primary gateways in the energy body. And if the crown chakra can't open, or if it's clogged up or just beaten down with energy, or if it gets misshapen or out of alignment, it's very, very hard for us to get recharged. It's very, very hard for us to receive knowledge, downloads, energies, whoever and whatever is connecting with us. Also, it's just the same with the Earth Star chakra down at the bottoms of your feet. Very, very important for being able to release energy. And so just notice your thoughts, notice your ideas, notice what rolls into your mind's eye for the next coming days or weeks. And just see how you feel. Feel free to reach out via email with any questions. If you're in our Patreon group, you can send me a message on there. Although, don't be upset if I don't see it for a while, because I've noticed Patreon does not send me notifications for messages. Even though I've turned them on, I've never gotten a notification for a Patreon message, which is embarrassing, because sometimes people sent me stuff and I didn't even know about it. And so I will be checking in there. But leave a comment, leave a question. You can email me through the website. As you know, it is rememberyourmission.com, where Honora and I continue to do private sessions on a daily basis. And so that said, for those of you guys that are watching this on YouTube, whether you're a part of our group or not, you can book a private session doing this, or actually a much more individualized version of this process that we did here today. And it's an incredible experience. So you can always find me at rememberyourmission.com. And I do want to let you know, our next meeting is going to probably be on July 23rd. We're kind of moving from the second week of the month to the third week of the month. It was kind of how we had to do it this month, because we had a class that was rolling through, and I wanted to be fully present for today's thing, which I think worked out pretty well. And so thank you guys for being here. Our next group is going to be on July 23rd, and I'm going to let you know what that is ahead of time. Honora is going to come back, and she's going to be doing a session of readings for everyone, and talking about just how you can continue to open up your own abilities to read energy. She's going to be talking a little bit about some astrological stuff going on, and really just kind of helping people gain and open up and activate their own abilities, and just helping people know what it is that you need to know right now. She's So many people have been reaching out to Honora for readings lately. It's incredible. It's one of those things where I'm like, whoa, really? I thought that was for me, and that was for you. And so it's a beautiful thing. People are loving what she's been bringing into our sessions. And so next month is going to be Honora. She's going to be doing her thing. And so come around next month and you'll be able to get a reading. And yeah, probably a little bit of meditation and some energy stuff as well. And so thank you for your comments as well. I see you guys in the chat. Thank you. Oh, Liz says, I sneeze so hard with the soul star chakra. That's a very good sign. You know what's weird, Liz? I have gotten many moments when I have been doing energy clearings with people. There's times when I will go to certain areas of the body, and it's like, as I kind of aim energy at an area, it's like this uncontrollable sneeze has come in, where that thing where it's like, as soon as you look at it, it's like, and you're going to sneeze. Another one that I have sometimes is a cough. When I will aim energy at someone's throat, it's like I'll get a like instantly a thing will cough, which honestly, I think that's why when we do our group processes, I will have everyone, I don't know, maybe some of you guys did it with me. We just did a little mini cough. It's like, we'll push energy through the throat. And we just, you'll push something out. For a lot of us, especially for those of you guys that were talking about the throat earlier, I think that was Rachel at the start of our group. You guys can use those phrases on the other slide, especially the throat ones. The throat, the spleen is incredibly helpful. The root chakra one is helpful if you're feeling ungrounded. Those phrases really, really do work. Surprisingly, well, I shouldn't even say surprisingly, because the manner they were given to me was through, I guess, what we want to call telepathic downloading, just, connecting with spirit. And the phrases that came out of those, initial sessions are things that we still use years later. So in my opinion, and also from what I've seen, is these are a form of ancient technology that when uttered, when repeated, when vibrated into the body, it creates a result. Case in point, how a lot of people are feeling right now. Whether you're in the group or whether you're on YouTube, a lot of people were going to, and thank you, Rachel, she's confirming it there. A lot of people feel these moments, these energies, these emotions. Sometimes you'll swallow in the session. It's like, whoa, there's this big lump of something in my throat. It's a trip. And that is an example of when you're releasing and moving non-physical energy. And so you can use Hung Ka Ro to release energy from the throat. It's very, very real. It's very powerful. And so you guys will have that. For those of you guys in the Patreon group, you'll get those slides. Usually it takes about an hour or so for the recording to kind of show up. So I will be posting that in the Patreon group shortly. You guys will get the slides. We will see you on July 23rd at the same time. And, once again, I know I've said this a million times, but thank you for joining us here today. Thank you for supporting me and Honora in this strange work that we do. I've said it so many times, it's meaningless to me, but it's literally true. I never knew this is what I was going to do in this life. I did not know this was the path that was laid out for me. And the more that we continue to embrace it, the more that we continue to walk down it. And honestly, you guys, the more that we continue to grab other people and pull them onto this path and say, this is the way we're going, this is how it goes, or this is what we've experienced so far. The more we do that, the more people show up and the more this thing works. So thank you for being a part of that journey. And yeah, I think that's it here today. We will be back on July 23rd. For those of you guys in the YouTube world, we are going to be doing another show of Live from a Strange Realm. That's going to be, I think, actually next Saturday. So 1 week from today, we're going to have a really cool special guest. One of the people that was here at our other shows is coming back. So she's going to be rolling in. We're going to be talking about a bunch of weird stuff. And so for those of you guys on YouTube, you can find us on this same channel 1 week from today at 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be returning to our show. And probably in a couple months, we're going to do, or maybe 3, who knows how long, we'll do another one of these sessions right here. So anyway, I have lingered on long enough, everybody. We love you guys. Thanks for being a part of our strange group here today. And we will see you